What is up, everybody? I'm No Lex Given, and today I'm taking my first look at Pokemon Auto Chess. This is a fan-made Pokemon auto battler that, from what I have seen, seems to be very, very, very close to TFT. So I do have some experience with TFT, and I do have some experience with Pokemon, but I'm not super great at TFT, and I also don't know every Pokemon. Like, for instance, I don't know Raboot and Inteleon. I'm imagining these are starter Evos from some of the later generations. I basically know everything that was in Pokemon Go like a year ago, but then other than that, my knowledge drops off completely, and I'm just gonna basically be giving this game a blind look at today. So we'll see how it all goes, and without further ado, let's get it started. And don't tab out. Okay. I'm kind of reacting to all of this for the first time, but like I said, from like the screenshots and things that I've seen, I believe that this game is going to be very, very close to TFT, including like the carousel, the NPC rounds of sorts. I just have it set up. I think I said this, but these are just a bunch of bot players that I set up in a private lobby, just so that way I could kind of learn what's going on with a little bit less stakes. But I don't think that's going to make the game like untimed. I don't believe there's any way to do that. And there's no real tutorial mode in TFT. You kind of just have to jump into it regardless and, swim or sink with it all. To change your player avatar, I did see that. I tried to change my avatar to Mudkip, but it didn't let me. I think I'll have to unlock cosmetics to try to change from Piplup here, but Piplup's fine. It took a little bit for me to load into my first game. That might be because I'm downloading these assets for the first time, or I don't know, it always took me a while to load into TFT as well, so might just be that there is a lot going on. And oh wow, is this the amount of time that we have for our first shop? Well, I'm not going to be able to read everything, but looks like I've got 5 Pokecoins. So I'll buy 5 things, and if this is my bench, I don't know, this might be a tanky guy. How many things can I field? Just 2. Okay, great. So it seems like most of the synergies, if you're familiar with that from TFT, and this is an NPC round anyways, most synergies are sort of type-based, but there are like some additional types I saw. So there's babies, and we can see Mareep has an extra type on it. Not exactly sure what that is, but for right now, like Hatena, never heard of that one before. But I'm going to try to buy as many pairs as I can, and now I could field a bunch of electrics, but this probably doesn't count for 3 electrics. Yeah, it doesn't. So let's throw... Actually, Lillipup might be... And also, I don't know if my dog is named after Lillipup. It might be. I've got a puppy named Lily. So I kind of have a Lillipup. But the cool mechanic of this, which makes auto battling so relevant to... Okay, I gotta read here. Black glasses, crit chance... What do electrics do? Do they crit? Triple attack. Yeah, that could be good. Okay. Goodbye. Leave my screen, please. Okay. A fossil of a Pokemon. Oh, okay. Or charcoal for plus attack. Let's grab black glasses. Sure. So now I have some items over here. I can buy some more things. Bagon's a dragon. Is this guy a dragon too? No. Oh, I can pick up... Okay, so this is what I was just about to say. Tripling evolves your Pokemon, which makes a whole lot of sense, and definitely tracks. What type is this, my puppy? Is it I can't read it easily, but I'm assuming it is a normal... Oh, it's a normal field. Maybe outside of the battle I'll be able to... Yeah, and even this like buy XP, that is the exact same as TFT, but there is a lot going on right now. I mean, there's this thing. I don't know what it is. Nobody else went for it, but I'll grab it, sure. So I've got a whole bunch of items here now. I'll grab this, and yeah, when you triple things, that's how they level up. So this is normal and field, Squirtle's field, and you can see that the bonus is for having 3, 6, or 9 field. Similar with electric. Do I have any other field types? Probably not. I've got a little Babby, drop here to sell for 1 gold. So a lot of this is more or less straightforward if you've played TFT, and with 1 leveled up thing, I might be doing okay. And this is similar to TFT as well. You can combine items to make other items. So here's different things. I think you might need to like really read up to understand exactly what's going on, and I'm just playing up against bots. I think that it's like pretty overwhelming. Oh, okay, so this is now a choice that everyone has. Any fielders? No. There's another normal, though. Maybe I could build down normal, and those will be fairly easy to recognize for me as well. If I can find another normal. Do I ever just want to refresh here and find a 3rd normal or electric type? This evolves Meryl. It still isn't a field. Oh, and then his baby something. Yeah. I don't know. Let's level up, probably. I think I just leveled up. And then refresh. Sure, let's level up the sheep. I missed getting this done before the combat. And what also... Yeah, so there's a lot going on in the game. What does double glasses do? Wonderbox. Like, I probably should just be combining my items in some capacity. I'm actually fine right now. I'm not taking any damage. Oh, and at some point I did upgrade my Pikachu. How did Pikachu level up? Unless I lost that last fight. Where's my health? Yeah, definitely a lot happening. Oh, here's a 3rd electric. Let's sell this. Excuse me, thank you. And let's get another electric in. And let's also just level up so that way I can put it in. And again, a lot of these mechanics I know what I'm doing about because of the TFT of it all. Probably don't need a flame orb. You can take some time to read some of this stuff right now. Oh, that's cool. Sure. I'll grab a max revive and then Stardust. Sure. I'll throw this on my eventual Raichu once I get that figured out. Though, I don't know. Maybe it'll go on Ampharos. I don't know to what extent there's like Dynamaxing and Mega Evolution and all of that fun stuff. Here is a Whimsir. That would be my 3rd normal. So that does make sense to get onto the board at some point too. This is a field, but I've kind of abandoned that. Let's get... So Whimsir would be good. A 2nd flying could also work. 2nd fairy. A 2nd light. But let's just get this in. I know I would have to level up again to get it in. Where do I actually see my coin? I only have 8 coin. So I'm probably not doing anything super crazy. And I think I want to get these items onto my sheep. Okay, looks like you can't throw items on in the middle of a battle. You can do in TFT, but not in this game. And I'm just up against some bots, so I think everything's just going to work out fine regardless. Oh, and here's my health. Right, just like in TFT. Pick an additional Pokemon. It will be available to all. So you're basically picking for the item here. I'll pick Sentret, or is it Sentret or Senret? Sentret, okay. Because this is a field and a normal, so that's going to be much better than Hoot Hoot for me. Because now I've got... Oh, I've actually have 4 field. A bunch of these guys are field. That must be a very basic type. We can finally... There's like so much information overload, but when a field Pokemon is KO'd, all the other field Pokemon are healed and gain attack speed. And then those tell you what the bonuses are depending on how many of those you have. Might as well keep on buying electrics. Let's see what the electric one is. Every attack is a triple attack. 6 of them seems like where it falls off. You don't really need the 9th one, but maybe we can get up to 6 electric and then just have like a little bit of a field front line that we field. Ooh, okay. Now we've got Pikachu. Pika-P. And I still have not used my items. Revive on a field. Is that good? Well, I probably want to give it to this guy that I've selected as like my frontline tank. And... What do these make? No, these have already been combined. Let's throw this on Mareep, or not Mareep, Flaffy. Flaffy. Apologies if I say some of these Pokemon's names wrong. Or, yeah, just mispronouncing or not knowing what the heck I'm looking at. But I'm information overloaded as well. Like I said, this is the first time I have played the game. I don't know if there's a way to zoom in or make anything bigger. We are up against a Gyarados? Is that how everyone pronounces Gyarados? I have no clue. But we are up against a Gyarados there, and we take it down. And for that, I think we won a log, which I'll combine with this log and throw on something. It's generally pretty good to use your items early, especially as you are starting out. Oh, and are these like augments? So just like in TFT, the higher you are on the leaderboard, the later you can move. And somebody else got the electric one, so I could just grab this normal one, I guess. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to pick up this Shinx. I guess am I now picking up, like, this is the potential augments that I can pick up based off what I just purchased there. So, I mean, I have normal and fairies, so this works with my team. And this must be, I was wondering how they could potentially account for, like, Pokemon that don't evolve, because there's a lot of Pokemon that don't evolve. So maybe Tandemaus can't evolve, and this is kind of how you work it in here. I'll just level up so that I can field Mouse here. And what does this little guy do? Everybody's going to have their own abilities. And sure, so does this guy. Similar to TFT, and Pokemon, really. There's like special attack and attack. That part really translates well from TFT and Pokemon into like this same game, or I should say from League to TFT and from Pokemon to something that is copying TFT. And I don't think that this game shies away from the fact that it really is just ripping off Red Orb. 25% of attack damage is true damage. I'll just take this thing. Why not? Because maybe this is something more interesting. Yeah, sure. If we ever get Ampharos online, I think that'll be something nice. I probably want to like roll while I'm low leveled for Ampharos. If a regional Pokemon too. Wow. Okay. Each player picked additional Pokemon to be available in all players' shops. Oh. So the augment stage, you draft and then you add. Wow, wow, wow. That's a really cool thing, because I did see something like there's a whole bunch of Pokemon available, and I also saw something about being seasons, and what I figured is that like as the game has gone on, they've just rotated through various Pokemon, but it looks like they are just continuing to add to the pool over time, and then there's different draft stages where players can influence what is available in the various pools. That is really interesting. I don't exactly know what's going on right here, right now, but we're going to pick up another item piece and combine that with our charcoal. I don't know, that probably is the ability power one. I'll just grab this thing. I really have no clue what absolutely anything does. I guess this is the attack damage item, if you're thinking about it as far as TFT. The holder attacks give 30% of damage dealt as shield to the ally closest to the target. Sure. Probably should have looked at like which has the highest attack speed already. And it looks like they all have the same attack speed, so that's fine. Eevee is a normal field. I could try to build up to 6 field at some point, so let's grab Eevee. And then with Eevee plus Sentret, maybe, or not Sentret, Eevee plus Hoot Hoot. Is this a field? No, it's not. So let's sell out of my Hoot Hoots, actually. I thought I had another field somewhere. I know Squirtle was, but Squirtle wasn't normal. And I could probably find a normal field at some point. What's crazy is, I mean, you could easily get to, like, 12 field. Look at all the different potential field characters. So that's going to be a lot to memorize beyond what is just, like, the innate types that we already know about. This guy's definitely going to be better than something else that I already have in. But I don't want to break up my 3 normal. What does 3 normal get me? Yeah, just a little shield. And these all have items on them, and you probably can't take those items off. So I think we will probably just hang out here. Similar to TFT, I just kind of assumed this was the case. But you do get econ interest when you are sitting on gold. And yeah, this game is quite clearly just TFT. So it's like TFT that like the servers might get shut down at some point, and that doesn't, I guess maybe, I don't know, there's going to be different positives and negatives to this compared to TFT. Is this no longer a baby type? It is not. Okay, so that's something to consider. Or rather, let's not consider the Togepi. Let's see if we can triple up on anything that we've currently got going. The pool is so large that once you start adding these draft modes, it probably gets really tricky to fill out triples. But I'm going to roll a little bit more. Maybe we can triple the Magnemite. That could be cool. Here's another electric. I don't know if I'm going to build up that far, though. It does seem like electrics are... They want attack speed more than anything else, but I'll just pick up this. I don't know what any of these things do. This gives armor. So the one that gives armor and special defense would be good. I mean, it's good to have like a tank as well. Now we have 2 Magnetons, and if we find a 3rd Magneton, at that point we'll have a Magnetrio. Sorry, I don't know what it's called, but I'm going to try to make it happen here. Mudkip is my favorite Pokemon. I was trying to make, I might have said this at the start, I was trying to make my Piplup into a Mudkip, but I couldn't quite figure out how to do it. You might need to unlock some additional stuff in order to make that happen. Oh, I'm battling some Latios and Latias, but we're taking them down. I'm just going to slowly roll out here. Not the move, the roll for Pokemon. And, oh, I thought that was Magnetrio for a second. No, we do get a second Herdier, though, so that would be another cool thing to look for a triple of down the line. Apologies, took a brief break there for a second. Might have missed some stuff. But that's the awkward part about games with no pause button. Sometimes you just gotta keep playing. Somebody came home and Lily got super excited, but we will see. We're pretty close to completing this triple, which would be cool. I did want to get the Ampharos triple instead to see if there's like Mega Evolution and stuff. And yeah, when you're playing up against bots, it kind of gives you a nice opportunity to just like roll around with it and see what's going on in the game. This might be attack speed. I've got no clue. And yeah, there's like there's a big learning curve for a game like this. Even if you know your Pokemon, there's going to be a lot of things that you don't yet know. I'm going to have to toss some of this stuff at some point, probably. Yeah, we're going to have to toss this. Otherwise, there's just not enough room. And if I level up, I'll get one more. Oh, there we go, baby. Boom. All right. Let's get this in somewhere. Let's maybe cut this, and by selling this, we'll get the items to fall off. I don't know if this is going to be a good Magnezone build. I just remembered it's called Magnezone. But at the very least, it is a Magnezone. This looks like a shiny Bulbasaur. Maybe that's just my eyes, but I do know you can get like different cosmetics, and you can upgrade each of the Pokemon's expressions, I believe. And you can also get shiny versions of the Pokemon. Again, no clue if this Magnezone build is good. Magnet is attack speed, so I will want to flush this item out, but I'll make sure, because in TFT sometimes They just give you one extra item, and I'd rather put a full build item on this eventually. Now we can probably start leveling up, look for some other cool stuff. We still have a lot of coin here, and I guess for now I'll just drop in a second herdier. It's going to be harder to... So part of the reason I wasn't leveling, I don't know if I fully voiced this, it becomes more difficult to find the triples you're looking for when you level up, just like any other auto battler, right? Because then there's more variance as to what's in your shop. So I was trying to avoid that for a moment. Are any other synergies close to getting filled out? I mean, steel and ground. So now I can think, okay, what's a steel ground type? Oh, don't quiz me. Don't quiz me here in the middle of the game. But I probably want another steel type because that's going to synergize with my carry. So let's see if we can find a steel type. Oh, this is not ground. It's a steel and then mountain or something by the looks of it. What is a steel ground? I'm trying to think. Oh, I tried to get that in instead of herdier. Steel ground. So what would it be weak to? It would be, Steelix, right? No, is Steelix rock ground? Or rock steel? I don't know. But it looks like we can then, like, use this as an opportunity to, like, okay, I want to introduce some more steel types into the game. And I missed. I was trying to go for the one that was steel and electric so that I had two interesting options there. But now I can introduce Magernia into the game. Mewtwo, which is an artificial monster psychic. No other electric. So yeah, let's introduce Magernia into the squad here and get out the herdier. Oh, let's see what these make. Successive attacks grant bonus attack speed for the rest of combat. Sure. Zone up, baby. And Magernia might need to be back on. I don't know. She's a steel type. I'm sure she's tanky enough. We'll keep her frontline. She's also an artificial for anyone curious. But yeah, there's just like so much information. And part of what I think is fun about having so much information too is like it's kind of impossible to play things correctly, and there's also a lot of different ways to play things. But what is awkward, I guess, is like you're very much rewarded and punished by how well you know, and I don't really want to call it the metagame, but like Magnezone might just be like a horrible character. And there wouldn't really be a way for me to know that without, like, reading and understanding everything. I don't know, something about these games as opposed to, like, the card variants of auto battlers just doesn't fully... My brain doesn't fully process it for whatever reason. I'm going to leave it there, and staying at 50 gold means that we get full... What do they call it? Interest, yeah, full interest, and then next turn we'll level up and be able to start looking for some level 7s in the shop, even if it means we play down this turn a little bit. Can't imagine it'll hurt us too much. And I'm sure there's also a way to see like the breakdown per fight of how everybody's doing. I'm sure Magnezone was the carry. Here it is. So yeah, Magnezone dealt all of my damage, and all of their damage was by Victini there. But we dealt just enough with Magnezone to be victorious. Now is when we are getting upgraded items. They did let me complete my last one. Here's another stack. I mean, I've got no clue what any of these do. This is where some deeper knowledge of Pokemon would certainly come in handy. But I got no clue. Do I want glasses? Do I want this gem? This was in like a trailer thing that I saw, so this could be exciting. This could be something that people enjoy. And also in TFT, and it looks to be similar here, you cap out at level 5 things. So level 5 things is as good as they get, other than like these other things, these unique and legendary things that you are maybe adding into the game. I don't know. Something made it sound like those things got added into the game, but I'm not so sure. I'm kind of not convinced. I think that the only things that might appear in shop are things that you can triple, which would make the most sense to me. And there is a plethora of things that can triple. They wouldn't run out if they decided to just limit the game to that. So that makes sense to me. But now we are level 8. Oh, that does mean I can put something else in. So if I want to put in... Oh, I can search here. Oh, is Alolan Diglett? That's got to be a ground steel, huh? Artificial. I don't see any ground there. I do see Genesect, which might be a steel type, though. But I'm not sure that we could get Genesect because it is not... Oh, this is steel, and it's a level 6. So maybe this is something that I want. And I build for 4 steel so I could cut a fairy at this point and get in another steel. That might be something that I want to look to do. Otherwise, I mean, I guess I'm just rolling right now and trying to triple some things, because I guess this is my comp more or less, and then I'll level up again once I have the means to put something else on the board, though. Maybe I need to level up now just to make sure I'm strong. Oh, what does this do? Attack deal double damage on shield. Sure. He might be getting in here with the shields. And... Oh, Ditto! Wait, I just realized Ditto might be crazy good. Oh, that's cool. I'll buy these. I'm not sure that I want to triple them. In TFT, once you triple something, it sells for less. So that is a little bit of a risk to consider. But things that I have a lot of, like, I mean, I want to triple the Herdier up into a, and this might be getting cut for something else too. Okay, Pawniard's here. Ability power. I like the King's Rock. Let's grab that. And let's sell off this for now. But let's definitely buy a Ditto and then upgrade the Pawniard. Will that work? Nice. Now this is Bisharp. Cool. Okay, I'm testing my knowledge. A pop quiz here. But do I need to level up? Maybe soon. For right now, we can grab a Pikachu. How we doing on the fight? Not sure. Not really paying attention. Pawniard's getting in there for some damage. Maybe Pawniard needs that King's Rock to get a little bit of extra survivability on him. The Dittos are cool. Makes a lot of sense. And you want players to play with the evolved characters, so that's obviously a lot of fun as well. Excuse me, to have Dittos allow you to fill out your board. It's really tough for me to find commons at this point. So I might need to give up on that at some point. Oh, but let's throw this on Bisharp here. The other thing I can do is I can sell off the Herdier to pick up the items and then play the second Herdier. But I'm pretty close to tripling it as well, even though we aren't seeing commons as commonly anymore. It's a big, this thing. Ooh, is this Mareep? No, it's not. Not yet. Or, I meant to say, is it Ampharos? But not quite. That was awkward to roll past that pair of Dittos, though. Hopefully I'm still able to find some fun stuff here. I'm going to sell out of that to get back above the econ level. Only 4 players left in this lobby. Do any of these things look tanky? Not really. Oh, this is probably good on Bisharp, but I just grabbed another box. I think it did something cool. It said, like, start of combat, unpack some things. No clue what it does. At the beginning of each battle, it's replaced by 2 temporary items. Yeah, so that seems cool. It's decent value to throw on Magearnia, I'm sure. And I probably do want to level up here, just because we are nearing the end. I cannot lose again. Let's sell off this and just throw in another Herdier. and hope that this is all good. Oh, Bisharp is getting targeted by a lot of stuff here. I might, if I can survive, need to refresh the items on Bisharp. But McGierney is doing well now that we've got those extra items on her. And Zone dies before it can stack up, so I'm dead and I lose. But there you go. There's Pokemon Auto Chess for my first run. We can stay to the end and watch these computers battle it out. I'm curious. I mean, it's said that the computers have ELO, so I guess that they do have some ability to... Oh, and I should mention this is just played in browser. I'll leave a link for it in the video description if you're interested in playing it yourself. Wow, they are just playing a bunch of Shedinjas with a substitute doll on it? Is that what's going on here? I don't know how to mouse over and read this stuff, but oh, we are up against the wild legendary beast this time. I don't know, it seems cool. There's obviously a lot of depth. It's made by fans of Pokemon that obviously really love Pokemon. Oh, and they are Shedinja. That's really funny. They're Shedinja and they are just maxing out. Oh, a Meloetta has a Meloetta. How about Meowth? You got any Meowths? Well, so they all have their choice character. I think it's just cosmetic. I don't think that who you are actually impacts like what you see in the shop or what you should build around. But that's really interesting if there is any synergy there. I think my opponent's just having fun with it. I really don't know what Shedinja does. They want to have 4 of them and put the Poké Doll on each one of them, but there are a lot of really cool, like Pokemon have some cool abilities and things, and I'm sure you can play around with all of that. And looks like our winner was not the Shedinja, but instead the Meloetta. That, yeah, I mean, Meloetta is a little bit stronger of a Pokemon if you have to pick, but that is going to be it for me for today. That is Pokemon Auto Chess. I hope you guys enjoyed this first look. I don't know how much more of it I will play just because there is such a steep barrier to entry, but if you like TFT and you love Pokemon, this is something I just heard about, something that I did not know existed and might be worth checking out. That's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm No Lex Given. Peace.